I'm not sure there's many folks who have more of an insight as to what's going on than Jamie Dimon, right? Sees all the data, speaks to all sorts of people all around the world. And so when he said something, it caught my attention. And here's what he said. It was a note. He said, quote, currently, U.S. consumers and businesses generally remain healthy. That's the good part, right? Good news. And then he goes on to say this. This may be the most dangerous time the world has seen in decades. Chris, when Jamie Dimon says something like this, you say, whoa, or at least pay attention to it. And I'm wondering if you think he's right.
Well, I mean, it depends on how things turn out.
Right.
The stakes have been extraordinarily high in the world since basically we entered a unipolar phase after the end of the Cold War. So we have been living in the aftermath of that for a long time. And the United States has done an amazing job, really, when you think about it, of maintaining the Pax Americana and a world order that was safe, healthy, and prosperous, and things were generally getting better around the world. Russia, Iran, China, and other bad actors do not want that trajectory to continue. And as we fool around here in the United States, tripping on our own shoelaces over everything that we can, the rest of the world is moving. And they're moving in a direction away from American dominance and away from the Pax Americana. And that is, of course, dangerous.
Bob, what do you make of what he said?
Listen, I mean, I'm an optimist, and I talk to a lot of people who like to be optimistic, but it's hard to be optimistic after what we've seen over the last couple of years and certainly over the last month. This is a difficult time, and actually politically, I know House Republicans are a little bit in disarray, but this is not good for the president either. I mean, he campaigned to kind of, okay, the world's not going to be on fire.
Normalcy,
the world's
right?
on fire.
Like,
normalcy. This is not normal.
Well, and it's interesting because you had Mark Milley basically saying that this is because there was kind of that change in world order, which Trump was the one who said, you know, he was going to pull out of NATO. And so there's a lot of questions, you know, about how we got here. But yes, absolutely, you know, this isn't good for any of us. And I think businesses like Jamie Dimon, they need to plan. And the fact that we don't know if we're going to have a budget in a few days, you know, it's a real problem.
Joanna, I believe that Jamie Dimon is absolutely right. We haven't had a budget since the late 1990s, so let's be honest about what's going on. Secondly, I would argue that the reason why America has been so weak in the world has been Biden's policies. Appeasing America's enemies, but also domestically not keeping his eye on the ball about what matters to ordinary Americans. So while the world is on fire, America doesn't have the leadership it needs.
All right, well, I mean, you say America doesn't have the leadership it needs. Headline, New York Times. With the world in crisis, House Republicans bicker among themselves. I mean, your party's not the standard bearer right now, Ford.
Well, you make a great point, but what a lot of the polls still tell you is the Republicans trust, or the voters trust Republicans to solve the issues that they matter most to them. I mean, you look at the CNN polls, still Republicans are up 9 on those issues. When it comes to the economy, NBC, we're up 21. What's going on right now in the House is not good for Republicans long term, but right now, guess what? Most people don't know who the Speaker of the House is. Most people don't care.
Well, there's not.
They're going to care eventually, but Republicans have to get on the stick, to your point, and actually show some leadership. But right now, it's not harming the issues that America has. The key is for Republicans to get it together.
I don't know a single job where you don't have to compromise to serve your clients or to move things forward. And the fact that you have some people saying that they are not going to compromise at all, I just don't know how the Republicans are going to move beyond this. And obviously, Hakeem Jeffries is saying, if you guys want five of you can come over, we can do some business.
Well, you know that's not going to happen. Let's be honest, okay?
But why not?
You compromise with who? We can't compromise with each other. That's a little bit different, but the American people still see us as better for the issues that they want. Why not? Is because we are, in the same way the world order is changing, there's a change within the Republican Party about putting mainstream first versus establishment Republicans.
But before, don't you think that the Republicans, because I agree with you, on the economy, Biden's numbers are not good. Republican numbers are better, but they're shooting themselves in the foot here. I mean, these are the headlines across the country.
Those are the narratives right now that have not yet stuck in. I agree over time, if that saturates, that's going to be a major problem for Republicans. But right now, Republicans, I would bet right now if we had a presidential election, Donald Trump would beat Joe Biden. That's how bad it is. Look at the poll. Pennsylvania.
You would take the other side?
I would take that action.
Well, yeah, but when you've got Pennsylvania, he's up 8. We never had that in 2016. In Wisconsin and Emerson, he's up 2. Again, what I'm saying is Republicans are firing on all cylinders because most people are not happy with Democrats and Joe Biden. Again, though, they're not happy with us, which is also why 63% want to have a third party for president. Again, we just have to run faster than Joe Biden. You know, we don't actually have to beat the bear in the race.
We'll get on to this soon, but last word.
Look, this is unworthy of the greatest republic the world has ever known. The nature of these two parties is embarrassing, and Americans are rightly disgusted with their political process. And neither of these parties should be proud at all. This is we are truly at a point where the demand for reform and the demand for something better gets to the point of where it feels like it's boiling under our feet.
So this is
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.